here we are, ready to do another sculpture project. So the sculpture project we're doing today is based on an awesome piece of artwork that we have at the museum called the lightning tree. The lightning tree is at the back of the museum, kind of hidden away. It's actually what used to be the front of the museum. So many, many years ago when the museum first opened, the front of the museum is where the back of it is now. So if you go outside into the back of the museum and you have to walk around the building and go behind it, you'll see a tree, a very tall tree with no leaves, just two branches. And you might wonder if that tree is dead or alive, and if it's real or if it's fake. I guess I'll be giving away the secret today, because that tree is not a real tree. It's a sculpture, and it came all the way across the ocean in a giant boat from Italy. So this sculpture was made by an artist, and he created it specifically for the Museum of Fine Arts Houston. And it was installed into our museum, and it's something that you can see anytime you come and visit because it's outside. Now, parts of the tree have gold on it, and you might wonder, why is that tree gold? Well, the idea was to look like it had been hit by lightning, hence why it's called the lightning tree. Now, Houston gets some really strong lightning and thunderstorms, so I hope nobody here has seen a tree get hit by lightning, but it does happen. All right, so let's get to work on our lightning tree. This is how the project works. So for this tree, we are going to use a paper bag, some aluminum foil. It's actually gold aluminum foil. That'll be in your packet. Some glue dots, and anything from around your house. You can find an old piece of cardboard like this, maybe cut out from a box you have around the house. You can use a paper plate, anything that creates kind of a base for your tree, okay? So the next thing you're gonna do is take your paper bag and open it up and give it some air inside it. So this is gonna stick here on the bottom of our base. Now once you've kind of opened it up and given it some air to breathe, we're actually gonna cut sort of like the branches into it. So the branches should measure about 1 centimeter apart. You can measure them with a ruler ahead of time or have an adult help you so you can draw lines on them. I've done this project many times, so I can do what's called eyeballing it. So you're gonna cut the lines about 2/3 of the way down. So if it was broken into thirds, about this far down, a few inches, okay? So you're gonna do several lines. The name of the artist who made this sculpture was Giuseppe Penone. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. And he's an Italian artist. His sculpture was made of bronze, and the golden part was made of gold leaf. Gold leaf is it's a really cool medium. You can find it at most art stores. But instead of using gold leaf today, we're going to use gold foil, which is even better for what we're doing. Okay, so you can see I've fluffed it open, I've created the branches, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the base onto here. You can give it some fluff at this point so it takes up space. Okay, so let's attach my glue dots onto the bottom, and then we can start twisting our tree into its shape. So let's do one. Glue dots are so sticky. They stick to you if you're not careful. Ooh, that one really likes me. Okay, almost ready. There was a big thunderstorm when I was making this project the other day. And maybe while you're listening to this video, there could be a thunderstorm happening as well. You just never know. we are ready. So we glue this down to our base. Just press it on. And now comes the fun part, the tedious part, the artistic part. We are going to grab the base like this, pinch it together, and with one hand, I kind of hold the base, and the other hand, I twist the tree. And this is going to make the tree's trunk. So twist, twist, twist. Now it's up to you to make it a thin trunk or a thicker trunk. It's really what you want. There we go. Okay. Have that on there. It's coming together. So now I've twisted it up together, and we have the branches up here. So I'm going to separate these bits. We have quite a few of them because we cut them earlier. And they're going to twist too. But before I twist them too much more, I'm going to pause. So this is a good spot now to add our aluminum foil. Before we add the aluminum foil, I just wanted to mention you actually don't need glue dots to glue it onto the bottom. You can just use any glue around your house. That will work just fine. Okay, so I'm going to tear a strip of aluminum foil like this, and I'm going to wrap it. Actually, this is a little too long. I'm going to probably break that in half. It should be about the same length as what we cut. So about 3 or 4 inches. And I'm going to attach it on to one of my branches, and this will be like the lightning part of the tree. You'll think this is where it got hit by a golden lightning bolt. So lightning would most likely burn a tree. It wouldn't leave gold on it, but we are artists, so we are embellishing and creating art. Okay, so there's one of my branches with some gold. Let's add another one somewhere else. Maybe over here. Add some more gold. It's up to you to add as much gold as you want. And it folds really nicely onto the paper. Just scrunch it right on there. Okay. Next piece. Actually, I'm going to twist it on a little bit. Ooh, that looks nice. So any type of scrunching and twisting. Let's add one more for now. Do a little thicker. Here we go. Add one more in the middle, and that'll be all for my tree today. Okay. So now that I've attached my gold foil in 3 different places, we can go back to the process before of twisting, holding the base, twisting it. So I'm making sort of a thinner trunk today. And then from there, you kind of untwist a little on its own. And this is where you can just fluff it a little to give it some size. And the last thing you'll do is take these branches, and what I do is take 2 or 3 pieces, since they're all thin sort of spindles, and I fold them, and I grab, here's 3 or 4 of them, and I twist them together to shape the branches just how I want. So here's a few I'll twist. As I'm working on it, I'm going to show you another example I had from earlier. So here's a lightning tree with a bit of a thicker base. So you can take these and separate them. You might be able to see more of the gold from that side. Oh yeah. I'm going to take these 3, twist them together. So this really gives the appearance of a tree that was maybe hit by lightning and died, but still standing strong somewhere in Houston. There we go. So you have 2 different examples of lightning trees. It's funny, it's hard to stop working on it once you've started. There's just little bits. You want to change the shape of it and twirl it up a little bit. Oh yeah, this one I'm going to bring over here. Take as much time as you want to shape your lightning trees. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed our sculpture project today. And maybe when you're out in your neighborhood going for walks this summer, you can look around at the trees and see if maybe you can see a tree that was hit by lightning in your neighborhood or somewhere in Houston. But let's hope it doesn't happen anywhere, because lightning can be a little bit scary. All right, enjoy your project and we'll see you soon.